Hello students, we will start the chapter 2nd Nationalism in India. Before studying any chapter, we need to know that what major topics we are going to study in the chapter. This chapter is very simple and interesting chapter. Now you are thinking that why we are going to attempt this chapter, why we are not attending chapter first. The reason behind it that this chapter is most important chapter of history as well as it cover maximum marks because 2 marks map also coming from this chapter. That's why we are taking this chapter before the nationalism of Europe. Now, this is the outline of the chapter. Means these major topics you are going to study in the chapter. A basic concept should be clear in your mind that what we are going to study. What is this chapter about to? So, in this lecture, I will tell you what major topics you are going to study in the chapter. No need to take any kind of stress because this is very simple and interesting chapter. This chapter is totally centralized on Mahatma Gandhi. Whatever movement started by Mahatma Gandhi like Satyagraha, non-cooperation, Khilafat movement, civil disobedience movement. So this chapter is related to these movements only. This is not very, all movements are not included in this chapter. Only the movement which were very popular and started by Mahatma Gandhi, this chapter focus on that movement. The first topic of this chapter will be impact of First World War on India. What was the impact of First World War on Indian economy? What was the impact on agriculture, military, politically, socially, economically effect? So we will study this chapter start with the topic the impact of First World War on Indian economy. Second chapter introduction of Satyagraha by Mahatma Gandhi. I want to tell you that the first movement was Satyagraha which was started by Mahatma Gandhi. So what was about the Satyagraha? When it was started? What was the ideology of Satyagraha? All these things we are going to study in this topic, the idea of Satyagraha. Next topic will be related to roller tax. Roller tax Satyagraha. What was the effect of roller tax Satyagraha? How colonial government suppressed the roller tax Satyagraha? These all subtopics will be studied in this topic. Jallianwala Bagh incident. A major historical incident, a major massacre in which many people killed and injured. So you are going to study about Jallianwala Bagh incident which is very popular in Indian history in this topic. Our next topic will be related toward non-cooperation Khilafat movement. When Gandhiji called off Satyagraha, then Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch a new movement named non-cooperation Khilafat movement. So what was the idea of NCM? NCM means non-cooperation Khilafat movement. What was the ideology of that movement? So this you are going to study in this topic. Afterwards, adoption of NCM, adoption of non-cooperation Khilafat movement. Adoption means why it was adopted, by whom, and when it was adopted. So this will study in this topic. Our next topic will be related to unfolding of NCM by Mahatma Gandhi. What Mahatma Gandhi told to people that to follow the NCM means how NCM was introduced in India. Simply, if I will say that what was the method in which Gandhiji introduced NCM, non-cooperation Khilafat movement. I told you in starting also that this chapter is totally centralized on Mahatma Gandhi. Means whatever movement started by Mahatma Gandhi, we are going to study in this chapter. Effect of NCM, effect of non-cooperation Khilafat movement. What was the positive effect and negative effect? How people participate? Maximum participation was there of middle class. How people participated in NCM, in non-cooperation Khilafat movement. What was the result of it? You are going to study in this topic. Our peasant Satyagraha. Our peasant Satyagraha was related to NCM. As well as Good Mills, Avan peasant and Swaraj plantation. These are the small movements which were started by peasants, tribal communities, people. So you are going to study in our peasant movement about the peasant Satyagraha. Good Mills tribal community movement, guerrilla warfare. It means that how tribal community raised their voice against colonial government. Swaraj in plantation means plantation worker, how plantation worker raised their voice against colonial government. I am using the word colonial government, simply Britishers. Understand? Great Depression Simon Commission. What was Great Depression period? Great Depression is also known as Worldwide Economic Depression period. So what were the factors behind it? What was the effect of Great Depression in Indian economy? You are going to study in the topic Great Depression, as well as after that Simon Commission. Our next topic will be related to Salt March. Salt March means Dandi March. Dandi March was the historical incident, a very important incident in which Mahatma Gandhi's most popular and largest movement, CDM, means Civil Disobedience Movement, was introduced. Again I am telling you, Dandi March with the Salt March, Mahatma Gandhi largest movement and most popular movement, CDM, Civil Disobedience Movement, was launched. Next topic will be related to effect of CDM. Means what was the result of civil disobedience movement. So you are going to study in this topic. Our next topic will be related to limitation of CDM. What were the limitation of CDM? Means the CDM in civil disobedience movement, Dalits and Muslim community did not participated. Which community I am talking about? Dalit and Muslim. Means this major community did not participated in CDM. What was the reason behind it? What was the result of that? You are going to study about this in detail in this topic. The limitation of CDM means limitation of civil disobedience. Our last topic of this chapter will be sense of collecting belonging. It means that how nationalism created in India. What were the various factors through which nationalism created. Every person have the feelings of nationalism. Even I am also having the feeling of nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism is an idea. It is a feeling to show love, devotion toward our country. It is a common belief, common sense of belonging. So what were the factors in which nationalism was created among people? Various factors such as poetry, history, flag, image of Bharat Mata, culture, folklore, various factors played an important role to collect Indians against colonial government, means against British rule. So this is the outline of the chapter. I hope you have cleared, means a major concept has been cleared in your mind that what we are going to study in the chapter. Student, I will teach you in detail each and every topic and what are the major topics. I will tell you everything. So please, I hope you understand. Thank you.